today is the day I'm going to fix the 6-liter. It's been down to almost 3 weeks. I had an issue with the EGR bypass for the coolant, and ever since I've just been, you know, I ordered the part and just been waiting for it to come in. It's come in, then it was too cold. The one that I had before right here required me to remove the intake manifold or lift it up so I could get it off. It was leaking from a crack in this boss right here. So I did contact the company. They wanted me to send this back. I didn't want to have to wait for them to inspect it. It probably would have been like maybe a month to maybe a month and a half till I actually got something. So what I ended up doing was ordering the AFE power kit. This kit makes it so you could put the EGR delete on or take it off without removing the intake manifold. It also came with another up pipe, so what I'm probably going to do is I will eventually send that one back so they can inspect it. I have a feeling that they're not going to end up giving me another one. He had an issue with the pry marks on it, but before I even took it off, it was leaking from that crack. The reason I ordered this kit was because that this tube is separate from this part that blocks off the port on the bottom of the intake manifold. It takes up for a lot of misalignment. So even if this does have some misalignment, this piece is separate. It's not going to pull on this top piece or anything like that. I think it is a better solution than that one up there. That up there is one piece. You have to pull the intake manifold to put it on, and it's kind of a pain. It is a good, I mean, it did last 45 or 47,000 miles, but to me that's not that, you know, great. And this kit comes with, you know, all the required stuff you need to put this on, which is great. I don't need this. I'm going to still use the IPR pipe that's already on there because I'm not having any issues with that. And let me install this, and then I should be able to drive my 6-liter again. I've been missing it, kind of. Intake manifold is bolted down and all the wiring harness is connected. Now I'm going to put the EGR bypass for the coolant on, and all this does has an O-ring, and there's some bolts right here that go through, 2 bolts right there, and they just bolt to that. That holds this pipe up. There's an O-ring in that, and I don't think I'll have any issues, so it should go pretty easily. Also, I'm surprised in 2 weeks this thing has been sitting here, and look how dirty the engine bay has gotten. And it didn't look like this before. It's all like dirt. They're like grading the road, and it was like super windy. So since I finished connecting all the wiring over there, I'm going to install the FICM, and then I'm going to install the intake in the coolant reservoir and connect all these hoses and everything back up over here. The only thing I have left to do on this side is the charge pipe and put the little thing on the top of the you know, the coolant bypass, the stock piece, because for the IPR EGR bypass for the coolant, you have to remove that piece. I don't know where it went, so I'm gonna have to go to the junkyard tomorrow and grab one because, you know, you need it. Also, I'll replace that O-ring on that as well, so I'll have all new O-rings on that stuff, and I shouldn't have to worry about it leaking or anything in the future. Once I do put that on, I can put the alternator back on, connect the batteries, connect the serpentine belt, and you know, then I'll be good to go and put this, you know, this fan shroud piece back in. So yeah, and then I'll pressure wash the engine bay. A lot of people are afraid to do that on the 6-liters. The only thing I've ever done was I cover the FICM with a plastic, like a little Safeway bag or something, just so there's no water ingress in them, because they aren't 100% sealed, I guess. They're supposed to be, but I guess they're not. And then that will clean up a lot of this, you know, dust and grime and stuff. Once I, you know, I'm done with that, then the truck should be good to go, and I shouldn't have any more issues, or the next owner shouldn't have any issues, because I'm probably going to end up selling my beautiful 6-liter F250 because I have the F350 now. So just finished putting the intake, coolant reservoir, and the piping, the FICM, and all the wiring is connected. So now all I have left to do is come over here, and tomorrow, once I go to the junkyard and get that little piece, I can put that on. It's just a little cap that goes on there, right there. Also, another thing I did that I never liked was I lined all the clamps up. They're all kind of a little bit staggered, and then down there as well. I also tightened the bracket that holds this tube on, so now everything's nice and tight again. So I got the factory piece on there and the bypass connected. I need an O-ring. I thought it was in this kit that I got from Ford, but none of the O-rings in here were the correct ones, so I need to get this O-ring right here. It goes on that cover. Just finished putting the rest of the 6-liter back together. It was super windy the last couple days. It's really early in the morning. It's supposed to be windy again today. If you remember in like the beginning of this video how I cleaned everything and made it all nice, and I like just cleaned the air filter, this truck hasn't ran yet. This is how dusty it's been. There's so much dirt just blown in. This thing just looks like it's been sitting for years. So I'm going to have to pull that filter off pretty soon and redo it, make it clean again, and then I'm gonna, you know, pressure wash the engine bay just so it's presentable when somebody comes and looks at it. It doesn't look like a grimy 6-liter, because that's not what it is. It's a really nice 6-liter. So I'm gonna fill up the coolant, and that's about all I need to do that's left. Everything else is connected. Hopefully I don't have any leaks, and hopefully everything's okay. I'm gonna put a link in the description for this tool. It is a well, it is a Mac tool, but it was before they're a Mac. So or before they bought these tools or whatever, the Mac dude sold these and it just didn't have their name on it. But it's like a bunch of little you know, things, and then it has like this little wrench which really helps you out if you don't want to pull the turbocharger. You don't have to, because you can get it in between down there and get in there without pulling the whole turbocharger off. So bleeding the coolant on the 6-liter, and it's didn't lose very much. I put a gallon of coolant in it so far. I'll probably have to add just a little bit more. And look at our little warm-up chooch. Got the 6.7 warm-up chooching too. But listen to how like loud the 6-liter is compared to like the 6.7. And the 6-liter seems to be holding coolant. Doesn't look like it's leaking. I warmed it all the way up, and no issues, but I'm gonna go take it for a test drive. Also, on my video last week, I told people to share the video and be the last to comment. There's only like 2 people that did, that I got DMs on my Instagram, and the winner of this is Jim Hansel. If you want to hit me up on Instagram and give me your shipping address and everything I need so I could send these marker lights to you. Thanks for participating. I guess it was only between you and another guy, so I'm glad that somebody got these and actually can use them. Hell yeah, she finally started. All right, let's see what the 6.7 says the temperature is outside. Let's see what we got here. 28 degrees outside. 28 degrees. So the great thing about the 6.7, heated steering wheel, heated seats, automatically turn on. Oh, that's so nice and warm. And I'm gonna drive the 6-liter the other day. So that's it for the F250 video. Usually you guys are hearing me say F350, but I got the 6-liter fixed. The EGR bypass pipe that I got from, pretty sure, AFE Power, it seemed like it was a lot better quality and a lot more thought through than the IPR research bypass. The IPR research one, you know, it's one piece. I had to pull the intake manifold. When I did the EGR delete, in the first place I had the intake manifold off and I never thought about it because I had to clean the intake manifold because it was like grimy and grungy and, you know, it didn't look very good. But then I put this on and you you know, I haven't had an issue, but 45,000 miles later, it fails, cracks, starts leaking. It looks like this O-ring was also, you know, kind of wearing up against, it looks like it was misaligned because this piece pretty much locates that. So it feels like it was kind of misaligned a couple mils. And the AFE Power one has misalignment built into it. So both pieces are separate. This piece right here that blocks off the bottom intake manifold is separate from this tube, but it holds it in. It has like a little, you know, some little ears on there, like I showed you guys when I installed it. So I'm glad I got that on. It doesn't seem like it's leaking. I need to probably go on a drive up to Denver to verify that I'm not gonna have any issues. I filled it with coolant, and everything seems to be fine. It ran fine before, so it started right up, no issues there. But yeah, that's you know, it's fixed. I need to clean it. I can't believe there's that much dirt in the engine bay just from the windstorms. It's getting windy again. You can kind of hear it now. It's like blowing on the doors. But if you like the videos, click that subscribe button. Also, thumbs up, comment below. See you guys in the next episode.